thing where they do.
Yes.
So if work day or at least some level of engagement day, it go reduce the thing where they happen.
Yes, yes.
Okay, make we head over to Fidi because we never hear from Fidi this morning. Comrade Anemba, for Fidi side, how the area be? Problem they there be how na they run am for that side?
And actually, we've been trying to tackle some certain issues that are emanating from crime and all other things. That is why the government has also put up modalities on empowerment packages. Even as at Monday, we had.
No, you know they speak as government now. Speak as the youth leader of
Okay,
Fidi.
okay, I
Tell us what
understand.
they happen for Fidi.
I understand. I do not.
Government person day here, make him speak for
I
government.
do not there everywhere, but we've been trying to make our youth to be in one accord. Like of recent, I engaged some in even fertilizer offloading and even soya beans uploading at certain factories.
Okay.
There is one at that Air Force checkpoint, the first checkpoint.
Okay.
I engage them there. I do go around the communities of Fidi to engage them in site work so that they will not be idle.
So you as the youth leader there, you they even carry them say, look, make we get something, what would they do?
Exactly. Even currently, I had about 11 projects under my care that I engage youth, at least in doing these many jobs.
Okay.
They could mix sand and all that so they could get themselves something to have for feed and they will not indulge in crime.
So as you they engage this youth now, what you they see about them as in you they see changes in how then they run things?
Like, honestly, I must appreciate them to some certain level because as at last time, 2 months ago, there were so many cases of theft. But since this project has come up and they have been fully engaged, I at least hear of such again.
Okay.
Yes.
The matter don't they go down
Exactly.
just like that?
Exactly. It's dying naturally.
So you they make sure say from morning till evening then they busy somewhere.
As you can see, my voice is a bit failing because I talk all day. Each day I wake up, I prepare to talk.
Because you know, say if you today for site, you go talk. Oh.
Exactly. Supervising this 11 site across the council ward has not been easy, but I do my best. You talk, you shout, you make sure things are orderly arranged so that there will be no problem, so that they won't look for something to steal and then sell and make use of what doesn't belong to them. I have been trying my best. As much as I can, I have been doing my best. They can testify. They are out there.
Okay.
Can ask them at random.
Okay. All right. We still expect some people were now victims of recent crimes. But before that, make a return back to Joniku. Make it tell us, Oga Michael will be Superintendent of Corps and the first Public Relations Officer of NSCDC Benue State Command. Don't forget to say, if you want to contribute via text message, either to share with us your experiences in the hands of burglars and so for the area of Makurdi, even outside the area of Makurdi, the number where you go text us the message now 0912 6999 404. Make I take the number again 0912 6999. That is 9 3 times 404. Make I take her for the last time before Oga Jale who go respond 0912 6999 404. You go tell us your name, where you the text from, and make sure say your message now about this program, and your message now about what you don't witness or the idea where you get about how to go reduce crime. As we go delve into that matter later on. Oga Joliku, what be some of the things from your experience, the reports where you they get? What be some of the things where they make some areas get more criminal reports and others less?
The issues of crime is not peculiar to Benue State alone. But for us, as a security agency of government, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, though there are no buffer zone in security, but we have where we have been constitutionally assigned to provide security in terms of issues of critical national asset. I want to narrow the question to critical national assets. If you see in Benue, there are certain critical national assets that could cross across Benue. For instance, the issues of rail lines. Over time, in the last 4 or 5 years, we've been dealing with issues of rail vandalism. If you go to other states where rail line maybe they didn't pass, you won't have that kind of crime prevalent in those areas. Currently, we are dealing with issues of NMPC pipeline vandalism. In fact, over the night, the command had massive success story in terms of effecting arrest. In fact, the community is already reaching from last night to this morning. They're already reaching out to the command. Oh, thank you for job well done, because these boys are actually terrorizing our area. In fact, we caught them with arms. So they are currently in our custody. We are doing the needful. The team is still on the field. So for Benue here, somebody will say issues of rail, power installation. In the last 2 years, we had to spray our dragnet to places like Boko, to Tukbo, to Okpoku, and we have dealt with vandals in this state. Some have been jailed, some will have cases that are ongoing in court. We have some that we want to charge the court. In fact, before I came to the studio now, the legal officer, we're having a conversation, and he's going to court. So these are the peculiarities to Benue in terms of how it relates to Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. But there are other crime that we are witnessing. Of course, issues of militia attack. It's a high-powered level crime that we are dealing with in places like Ukum, in places like Kasinala. But here in Makurdi metropolis, issues of burglary, issues of theft, and so on and so forth. So these things it varies from location to location. There are some that are peculiar to certain locations.
And sometimes now the people when they commit high level crime for one place go wrong, come
yes,
like Makurdi,
yes,
come they do engage in petty crime. And sometimes now the people when they do petty crime for here go graduate, go to the university of where they think they have.
That's why I told you at the beginning that crime, there's a changing dynamics in crime. Crime is just changing. People are learning. You know, the youth. My co-discussants were talking about providing answers to the idleness. You raised it. Poverty and unemployment. Though you could ask another young person who is not gainfully employed by government, why is the person not into crime? Though, as a security agency, we do not absolve somebody that, oh, it's because you are not employed that you are into crime. Because there are a lot of youth that are not employed, they are not into crime. But our submission is that we live in a nation where opportunities abound in government and in private sector. We encourage the youth to get themselves actively engaged in doing something for a living instead of indulging. So those are the basic issue. Idleness alone should not make somebody go into crime. And that's the truth of it. Though we've been told that an idle mind is the devil's workshop. But you know what the devil does? The devil has only 3 things. He comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So when you leave them, and that's why the person representing government, I know this government is already doing a lot in terms of human capital development. So the government, for us, will continue to partner with the Benue State government to ensure that we will provide security with other sister security agencies for the space called Benue State, so that development can thrive. It's where you have security that you can have development. So the youth, our message to them always is to encourage them to look for gainful things to do instead of and who even told them? Somebody was telling me 3 days ago, the person you are going to go and collect his thing, who told you that the economy is friendly to that person even? All of us live in the space called Nigeria. So If things are difficult, that's why you are into crime. Who told you the person who owns that phone, who owns that motorcycle, that you want to go and collect? Who told you life is also easy for the person? So that's the issue with life. So people should take attention from getting to do something. Me and my sister, we came here this morning not because of certain convenience, but because we must play our role. And we are here. So that's what society is. People, especially young people that form the productive sector of the economy, need to, because the youth form a large army. Just as my brother said, you can, whatever you want to do with the youth, you can get it done. So the youth, that's the way. Thank God, majority of us here at the parliament this morning are youth. So we carry something. We carry the energy, we carry the passion, we carry the drive. So we can, that for those who are involved in crime, that passion that drives you into crime, you can drive it into something gameful within your neighborhood. They're talking about, one of them talked about refuge dumps, people enlisting youths. There are a lot of things to do. There are a lot. In fact, the opportunities that are available to the youth is so several to crime that are available to them. The issues of crime.
It's more than
yes,
the crime.
The opportunities that are available are several. It's so many that people can easily explore one and avoid crime. It's so many. So I think doing that, Benue State will have the needed atmosphere for the progress we are witnessing.
As we continue, we will discuss the effective security measures. But for now, I want to remind you now, say if you get experience with regards to recently, say maybe you fall prey to the hands of bad guys, you fit share them with us, or you want to contribute on top of the program, you fit share them with us. No call the line. You know get how you go call the line where we go pick up. No. Now only text message you go send. And the number where you go send the text message to now MBDs 091-2699-9404. Or you fit follow us on top Agate Radio TV for Facebook. That is Agate Radio/TV for Facebook, and comment there, or Agate TV on top YouTube, or www.agateradiotv.com. There you go see us too for our website. You go to the TV button. When you press it, you go watch us. Or you fit even download us on top Google Play Store. Just type Agate News. That is AGATENEWS, Agate News. When you download the app, you fit listen to the radio, you fit watch the TV, read the newspaper, and follow other MHTram where they there. So we get app, website, and we there on top all the relevant social media platforms. Meanwhile, if you hold your radio, what they call transistor radio, 95.5 na the dial. My name na Emmanuel. Let me be the area speaker. They here with Barnes T, the clerk. Barnes T, good morning, sir.
Good morning once again.
So the matter we talk today now, the increment in Tiff Tiff we don't happen for our town. Operations leader new GRA, Comrade Vichy. One of the things we would observe is say they just the thief are mostly now bike than the thief. What thing you think say make them the target machine and one or two other things? What thing they take and do?
You know, the person that owns the bag is looking for money, and the person that is steal is looking for money too.
Okay, so it's easy to sell bike.
I don't think you can steal the bike and eat it. You will steal and change it to money. So definitely,
now money that they look for.
Now money that they look for.
Okay.
So,
but because most of the reports where we hear before this program, you go for logo 1, logo 2, then thief bike here, then thief bike here. Owner occupier, the same thing. Generator, if you get inverter, they carry them. Those type of things. Now him they carry mostly, and now for night. But the thing will surprise me is we say operations leader. If you dey work inside town, you could see people who stand for road saying na vigilante. Why is still there possible to thief when all these people dey for road?
you know, in that aspect, like a thief is not friendly with security.
Okay.
And the route that security occupy, they all know.
Oh.
Like that is why I'm suggesting that, especially in GRA that I'm covering, we have major routes in GRA. So I was making a request with the landlords that, and I still want to talk to them by issuing them some letters, and I will take data around the GRA so that we'll put barricades. Barricade is a security of its own. The major routes to enter GRA, and I will appeal with them that they should give me time, that anybody that is not a member of GRA, there's a particular time you will walk in the GRA and you will go out. If the time exceeds, we will lock all the barricades, and those APM ways would mount security there ourselves to monitor it. But all the same, we are not armed. We are just security, community security. We do this thing to protect our community.
Okay.
So we'll ask for the support of the stakeholder. But our fear sometimes is when you arrest some of them and hand over to the security, after 2 days you will see them.
You will see them for road.
You will see them for road walking around you. So you don't know whether that kind of person will come after you and hurt you again. You understand? So some of the boys that are working with me, they are scared in even that aspect. You understand? So anyway, security will back us up.
Well, this allegation where you talk later, Ajeliku go respond to that, and Madam PPRO of the Nigerian Police Force Benue State Command, we will follow her talk through telephone later. I want to return to the Makurdi Youth Mobilizer on special groups and the Youth Mobilizer on special groups mobilization. Akpen Joseph Tekula, he mentioned something. He say they want government to help them with one or two things. You know, say this issue, the problem mainly na Makurdi na would focus on. I'll be Honorable Akpen.
Yes, you're right.
So since you represent government in a way, make we know, because una don't they get the report say Tiff Tiff they happen for town. Una don't get the report at all.
Yes.
So what you wanna they do about that?
The government is trying his best. You know, the government cannot settle community issues on its own. The youth, we are the problem of the society, and we are the solution to the society. Yes. So when the government engage these youth with job opportunities, I think the criminal rate will reduce in a way. So the government, in its way, have enhanced securities, just like we see in Fidi, in Ba, in Walomayo, in Bala, in Agan, in Modern Market Ward, and Ankpa Wadata. Most of these places, we have divisional police commands that operate. And the government on its own is also trying to bring in modalities that will help to secure our environment, most especially here in Makurdi. The issue of thefts have reduced here in Makurdi. It has actually reduced, and I believe the administration of His Excellency, Reverend Father Hyacinth.
You are saying it has reduced, but the reports we are getting,
yes,
which the police later self will confirm,
yes,
which even my brother Ejaleku here will confirm,
yes,
are that incidents of home breakings in
yes,
particularly owner occupier,
yes,
logo 1 and 2, and back of Yakio prison, these specific areas that there have been increase on the frequency is becoming alarming for residents of this. You know, say this program, we know they just sit down and imagine waiting we go talk. Now
yes,
waiting they happen.
now
Waiting they run belly. Now
yes,
we they discuss. And that is why we are here. So you are saying it has reduced, meanwhile it is increasing. So beyond you said we have increased security and we are providing job opportunities. If you tell us directly within these job opportunities be?
yes. In the present administration of His Excellency, the governor have provided you an avenue to work as task force on illegal levies and other measures that are happening within the confines of Benue State,
Okay.
that are not proper. So the government have employed youth in the area of civil service. In the recent recruitment that happened, the majority of youths were recruited into it, and just like
recruitment, I'm interested.
Yes.
When, where recruitment? One know where and when.
where in Benue State government, Benue
Okay.
State Secretariat in particular, and as
Okay.
we speak,
the government have demand for the youth to drop their CVs, and hopefully we believe that soonest employment will be given to those youth.
Okay.
In these communities, you have mentioned of Onokupiah.
Yes.
Onokupiah case is a case that I should also have something to say about because I live within the confines of that jurisdiction.
Wow. Good.
Majority of the things that are happening within the area of Onokupiah is Curtis. All these Curtis, they are most of the guys that are involved in these criminal activities. So if the government should bring in other measures, that whenever you are arrested as a cultist, you should be treated. I believe other youths will learn from it. Just like I said earlier, the government cannot fight this youth. We are the problem and we are the solution. So my advice to the youth out there is for them to shun all form of criminal activities in the state, embrace peace, and secure their communities, and above all, encourage themselves for better opportunities.
Finally, before we go walk out from your 18-yard box, go another person. You mentioned illegal levies. That task force, if you tell us a little bit more about them.
Yes.
Okay.
They are led under the administration of Honorable Tiff Tiff. He's the Senior Special Assistant to the Executive Governor of Benue State on youth organizations and illegal levies. You know, in the previous administrations, there were checkpoints on most of these major roads within Benue State that most of those militias and bandits and those criminals, they do block and be attacking passengers on the roads. But in this present administration, the governor of Benue State have created avenue for the youth organization to bring in and empower youth to be in support of illegalities in Benue State, which Benue State Boko is a case study. If you go to Boko now, majority of those checkpoints that those youths and most of those people used to hang around to steal from passengers have reduced. The rate have reduced. So the illegal levies is actually helping the youth constituency in Benue State.
So it's a task force?
Yes, it's a task force.
Under government?
Under Benue State government.
Okay.
First of its kind.
Okay,
the history of Benue State.
We'll talk more about that as we go along. The time now, it just remains 30 minutes before 10 o'clock. We'll go knock, and by 10, we'll go follow the first PPRO of Benue State Nigerian Police Force talk. That is Madam Sewesi Anene. But before we follow her talk, don't forget to say the number where you fit text us to contribute with your own experience or suggestion. Now 09126999404. Oga Jeleku, before we go talk with Comrade Anemba. Oga Jeleku, him be mentioned operations or Oga of New GRA be mentioned. Say then they do one or two things. Now NSCDC, I read one of mandate. Now the licensed private security. Because when they talk about say government will give them armed security and so on and so forth. But we'll commence this conversation about how to gazette some of these neighborhood watches. NSCDC get anything to do with that?
Yes, absolutely. Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, by our formation, by our act, is the only security agency of government responsible for the licensing of private guard companies nationwide.
Okay.
And this we have done meticulously over time now. We don't just do their registration.
Okay.
We also do their training. We do their supervision. We do their monitoring. And of course, we, by the act, the Corps can recommend to the Minister of Interior the registration of private guard companies. From time to time, we inspect the premises of these private guard companies and their training facilities and approve same if the standard is up to specification. Also, in line with that, we also monitor the activities and keep a register for that purpose. Now, if you come to our command, we have a department called the Private Guard Company Department. Now, this private guard company, we have category A and B. Now, the category varies in terms of the scope, like their board of directors, the numbers of board of directors. Now, we've always encourage people, even neighborhood security formation, like the one he talked about. Security can get better when it is coordinated.
Okay.
When it has a face of government hand inside.
Okay. And that's what he was asking.
Yes.
Fishy, you dey listen.
Yes.
So if na me, if I be you now, I would write down.
So we want to encourage this neighborhood security, which is an integral part of security in the first place, because security starts from the grassroots. Because security men are not ghosts. If you look at the population of Nigeria to the numbers of security personnel around the nation, particularly let's narrow to Benue, you will know that it's inadequate. Benue has a very massive landmass. Some of these places are difficult terrain. So, but you will always find a community there, people living there. So now, when they come together and bring forward an initiative, oh, this is our neighborhood security, we want government to register it. Then we do the training. Now, during the training, this is one of the things we do to ensure that we have reports, so just as he has raised, even among neighborhood security formations, there are criminal elements who are hiding behind these things and also doing certain things. Now, when we engage them, what do we do with them? We profile them. That's why by the act we have a place that we can monitor a register of the private guard company. So we profile them, check their identity. Yesterday I was having a conversation with somebody in my office, and I said, even the people working for you, if you have a private establishment and you employ somebody just recommend Mr. Monday to you to be employed in your shop. Without you doing certain background check, you just engage the person. Society has gone beyond that. You must bring that person forward to security. Let it be profiled. Let a guarantor be provided. So some of these individuals, we ask them, come, let's register you. You can be a quasi-private guard company. Then we will look for people. You bring people like directors who can vouch for your integrity. So that we will separate criminal elements from people who have good intention to partner with security in providing security. So once we do these things, you will see that appreciable level of
Superintendent, make we dig deeper. How much they involved in this?
The category A and B, I think the last time I checked, category...
Fishy, I know ask better question.
You asked better question. The last time I checked, though I may not be completely correct by the figures I want to quote. Category A, the last time I checked, is 5 million upward.
Okay.
Why category B is between 1 million to 2.5 million.
Okay.
So now, for instance, the whole of GRA can come together. Let's form a private new GRA. Let's form a private guard company for this area. Okay. Then we will push the registration. Get boys there trained. Get them profile. Differentiate between the ones that are of good intention. Then give them some security tips. Give them certain assistance. Then their work becomes efficient for the community. Because there's no way government will function without that layer of security. It's an important layer of security. Because Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, one of our biggest strengths is our intelligence gathering. And that's the source where we gather most of our intelligence from. We gather our source from members of the Republic. So once you have them partner with us, as we have some private guard, on Tuesday, we had a meeting with the association.
Okay, the private guard companies.
Yes. It's called ASPEN, Association of Licensed Private Practitioners of Nigeria, ASPEN, Benue State chapter. Last Tuesday, we had a meeting with them because as part of our act, the NSCD is also empowered to regulate trade union and associations. So we bring them to, for instance now, Agate Radio. If you want to engage, when I walked in, I saw a private guard within your premises, and I asked him, I'm curious each time I see them, to ask, which of the companies do you belong to? Because there are certain things we want to see in them. Now, it applies to even security. We're emphasizing in our office now. Our personnel, wherever you are on your beat, you must put on the right uniform, so that you don't hide behind security and perpetrate criminality. So when I came, he was not properly dressed. So I asked him. He didn't know why I asked him, but I've gotten the information I want to get. I asked him, which guard, which company do you belong to? And he told me. So there will be a feedback effect that we will do concerning that. So when we bring people together and they are informal, but when we make them formal, that's even employment in itself. That's employment in itself. A neighborhood that makes their private security system become very sophisticated and important can even lead to other parts of the state. New GRA, if you have a private guard system that is working, you can even lead to another place and make money. So youth can even be engaged in that direction. So over time, we have done this training. We put them through massive training. And we even recommend, among the register of private guard that we have, we recommend those who are good in the business.
Okay.
Who are good in the business. Because there are certain places that arms, you can't militarize a society because there is crime. You can't just put what has happened in Libya, we can't have it to happen here, where virtually everybody is carrying no. That's you frighten society when you militarize everywhere.
Where there are too many weapons.
Yes.
Simple arguments that
Yeah,
have ended
yes, as
in
we
exchange of
are
wars.
seeing in
America.
advanced democracies and all these places. So at this informal level, we can get them trained, teach them basic security tactics, and they become useful.
Somebody like Vichy now could look say, they are youth for new GRA. How they want to raise that money? How they want to convince the landlords? Then you they look at even 5 million. Mo will not even go there. I'll be Vichy. Mo will not go there. NSCDC no get any plan for neighborhood, strictly neighborhood watch to say this one with a train una, but una no go come out from una neighborhood go work another place. With a partner with una. If problem they now una go give us information or this no informal structure like that.
Why not? We have that kind of system.
Tell us more about that one.
When our command is approached, we have partnered with several communities.
You know, Target Radio doing new GRA. That's why they. I
So,
want me to explain this thing well.
Agate Radio is partial about that one because if
Passionate.
it's passionate.
Thank you.
It's if New GRA is safe, this premises is safe. So when we get that partnership, there's what we have now. That's this Safe School Initiative.
Okay.
Several schools have approached us. I'm sure you have heard about a school.
Yes.
In Makurdi, a suburb part of this state, that recently was attacked.
Yes.
I'm sure maybe the invaders didn't get their intelligence right. I'm sure they didn't know that we had men posted there. So, new GRA can approach the office. Say we have boys who are informal vigilantes set up. Engage them for us in certain security training to make them efficient. In that regard, we will call for the names. They will bring their nominal role. We will look at them, look at the individuals that are involved. Then, we will set up a system that monitors their activity. So that is allowed. That is permissible, and we've done it for establishment and certain communities before.
Okay, so this one no really involve big money like that.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Certain at informal conversation, certain things can be done to enhance security. Because one of the things that security agencies
mobilization in the here.
One of the things security agencies want to guide against, African society, we have a mentality about security before
It's a government business.
Yeah, security is supposed to be something that bullies the people. People think that when you wear uniform, you should be above the law. But no, security should be that system that guarantees law and order. So, even among this local setup, vigilante that we have, neighborhood security, we have gotten several reports of overbearing attitude. So, for us, every security agency will be interested to partner with them, because in partnering with them, you get information, you bring them within certain level of civility, certain level of operation that is backed by law. Now,
that's why they refer to trained personnel
yes,
officers and gentlemen.
Yes. So by doing that,
even though they get power, they need
yes, even with us working with them, there's certain legitimacy they carry. At the moment, they may be lacking certain level of legitimacy and respect from certain aspects of the society. But once you partner with them, you will see that level of legitimacy restored to it. The reason why my brothers here will look at me, I'm not different from them. The only difference is this uniform, and that's what is accorded the needed respect. So we can bring ourselves to partner. When we do that, that is why pre-colonial African society, we don't have proliferation of security agencies as we have.
And everywhere was safe.
Everywhere was safe. So what was working? That's the system that was working. A system that every community will know the stranger that has gotten into it. If a new person gets to new GRA this afternoon, it's known by this community. So we need to bring that needed level of security back again, so that people, and we can only do it with neighborhood security, work with security agencies, volunteer information. I've always emphasized, the whole of us in this hall, in this parliament this morning, one of the things we carry in our body is blood. If anybody is seated there and you don't have blood, you won't be alive again. So do you know what? For us, every security man you see, every security agency you see, what blood is to life is what information is to security. And we can only get it from them to function effectively. The private, the ones we have trained, the ones that have been licensed, several of them.
Information.
Yes.
Now we know who they are our area.
Yes.
I remember I lost a wallet somewhere in the east one time. And when I just reported to one bros, so I just dropped here, my wallet lost. He didn't hesitate.
Yes.
Hey, Ajay, his wallet.
Yeah.
He just called somebody's name and said, bring.
Yes.
Because he knows his voice.
Yes. So that's how effective community setup can work magic. That's how effective it is. Even this youth we are talking about, in clusters, government can engage them more into that informal place. But they need to be profiled. They need to be given certain levels of awareness and training. You need to separate. As they are seated here, any bad boy within their community they know. Now, what role should that person be playing for them? We are, as a security agency, we are looking for a target, a particular suspect around now that I won't give out certain details. But one of the persons we have engaged is a bad boy
that is like an informant.
That's an informant. Who is not presently involved in crime though, but who was known previously to have been involved with crime. So those,
you still need the bad boy.
Yes.
Or the retired bad boys.
Yes.
Okay, you are giving us a lot of lecture on security. I will go start with mobilization after we speak with Comrade Nemba. If you just listen to us, this now Agate Radio and the program we listen to right now, na him we call People's Parliament. My name is Emmanuel Tiavia, the area speaker. I dey here with my clerk, our clerk of the Parliament in the person of Barnes T. And today we will talk of the matter of Tiff Tiff. We don't increase again for our giri of Makurdi. And Oga Jaleku of NSCDC now just finished in talk. So you fit contribute on top of the program. But still, any message don't enter inside your email, I beg, collect your microphone, make you read them for us. Because I know say some people go blow grammar for there. Do the best way you fit to read their messages.
This one read. I greet people. I greet people for a house for this program today. These boys are really disturbing these days. So I think today what you are doing is very good. I am on Ungwa Benjamin in Shana. The first one will read. But that another one, this one, a lengthy and a con longi boot. But I will try to make a read small so that we go get this. It's a good morning to you all over there at Agate Radio. My name now Oburu Peter from Ankpa Quarters, Makurdi. Thank you so much for raising this issue of critical concern. Cases of theft, burglary, robbery, and associated vices have increased over time in Makurdi. For example, in around Ankpa Quarters, there have been several cases of burglary and theft in recent times, especially between the months of March to July. Shops were burgled and goods carted away in a particular shop, and a particular one was burgled twice, and AC stolen and fan also stolen, and some cash in the house burgled. 2 bikes were also stolen from the compound, and I think it's a way out of this precedent to employ some youth as vigilante and security agencies, most especially during the night hours, because this is the main time these vices occur. Basically, this sets people doing these things and are basically the youth. By doing so, they will also be employed and engage purposefully. And another thing is for government and NGOs to provide youth empowerment programs where youth can learn economic viable skills like cutting, phone and laptop repairs, furniture making, artistic skills, fashion designing, etc. That way, there will be less crime in the community. Thank you and have a great day. That one never finished. Another one just flying now.
That message now from Oburo Bemigo Peter. He sent them for Facebook too. And I look them for Facebook here. So the correspondent send them both ways. So that we know
anyhow.
We must see them.
So I will not see them double cell.
Read the other one, we just enter.
Another one we just enter. Now, country. The person say my contribution, maybe say Benue State government should begin to they check these people from Madipo Wadata way they for because then they buy criminal things because they can buy stolen items from people without a ticket. That one I miss maybe na receive it that way say na ticket. It's buy things criminal things without a ticket. I am. Zungwe from Banada office. You know what to finish your people messages come and they play.
They wait to make you start to read. Now they go send them.
So
the number. The number where you go fit send your own message now 091-26999-404.
And another one is say my name Swega O Clifford. Honestly, this very topic we are debating on is very annoying comparing to this current government because the government is trying.
Okay. All right. Before we take more messages, make we return back to the country people when we follow talk. One even follow Madam PPRO talk in the person of Sewesi Anene of the Nigerian police force, and our telephone just they do like say he get personal problem with me. Oga Comrade Anemba, you tell us one example. You say, man, for una area, the way we una they run things, it don't reduce crime for that place. Wetin make you get the idea to begin to engage the youth the way you they engage them? How the idea take come and how you take do am? You know, say you just give us summary that time. You just talk them briefly. Now you fit talk them in detail.
First of all, I went on a sensitization program within the communities that about feed the council word. I discussed elaborately about the ways at which they will get engaged and shun crime automatically. But first of all, I stated out the empowerment packages the government told us they had for them when we got engaged.
Okay, initially. So you mean say you as youth leader now government say make you be youth leader for
yes, I am the government approved youth leader of Fidi Council Ward under the office of SSA on youth mobilization and empowerment,
Okay.
Honorable Moses in KNM.
Okay.
So I discussed elaborately with them about the empowerment packages the government told us initially when we came on board. Like some actually wish to continue their education, but they couldn't have sponsorship. The government can give them empowerment in that regard. Some want to start up businesses, small scale businesses. They can fund them, and no matter how small it is, so they can start up something. Other ones as case acquisition, artisans.
So all these things where you discover, you mean say you follow them talk individually, abi you gather them?
I gather them.
Okay.
Yes.
When I do meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, while we wait for those empowerment packages to kickstart, we'll have to engage ourselves in many jobs. I do tell them that anywhere they see an ongoing project, for now, not the only one will use hold board with that. When they see an ongoing project and they get to discover that the person in charge, the engineer, architect, or whosoever is in charge, say I have professional hands that I'm bringing them from Port Harcourt, Abuja, or Lagos, I will go there and lighten them. That is the people in charge of the project. That these boys must have to be engaged, at least in unprofessional labor.
Okay.
Unprofessional labor, they must have to be
At
engaged.
least to carry block from here to there.
To there.
You don't need
Mix
a
cement,
certificate.
carry gravel, carry iron. And then if possible, you need someone who can be guarding the place. I have trusted boys that could be carried along in that regard. So this is how we keep it moving, and then the crime rate gradually. There are some that are just lazy. They are stubborn and very lazy. That even with these things, they still look out for people for crime, no matter what you do.
Okay.
Some will say, I cannot go and suffer because I used to be in an enjoyment corner. My uncle, my auntie, my father was this, that. So I'm not used to
Okay, they're
hard
not
work.
ready to humble themselves.
Exactly.
Okay.
So those ones, whenever crime is being caught up with them, I take them to the appropriate channel
Okay.
where they could get discipline and, if possible.
In the words of mobilizer, they will be treated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that is how we've been keeping it going.
Okay.
Though it has not been easy. It has
Okay.
been a very tough one.
Tell us the tough part.
The tough part is the aspect of some saying they cannot do it. If the government don't want to do something for them, the government should leave them. I say, but it will be tough on you because the government cannot completely leave you to go and indulge in crime. That one will not work.
That there is no job does not mean if you do crime, government will say, we understand.
Exactly. If you see in recent time, the law was passed into consideration. That one of matching ground.
Sake of say, teacher no teach you well, why no go allow you to do expo?
So we stand very tall to go around to enforce that law of matching ground. It has not been easy for us, even the world leaders. Like in those times past, people will go that you brought a borehole to site, you cannot drill. You cannot drill until you settle us. But those ones have gone past. If you try that one, the government has already even renewed the prison. They will put you there. They will put you there for at least 3 to 6 months. Because that's why they call it correctional center now. No longer NPS.
You just mentioned something. Let me ask a question. Because somebody in preparing for this program said, as they stop matching ground, 9 boys come the thief. How do you explain it? Is that true?
Like I rightly said, some are naturally lazy. They are not ready for anything.
Their own are just free money.
Exactly.
Okay.
Whether matching ground they take place, they still indulge in crime.
Oh.
Yes. But the truth of it is that the government has to do something. This thing is becoming out of hand. That is just the plain truth.
So even with the measures where you take, you still they say government still need to do more.
At least they let the empowerment packages hastily come on board. I believe with that, there'll be trust in God. There'll be no more crime.
Okay.
At least.
All right. Mobilizer, Honorable Akwen, we deal with you now.
Okay, sir.
You don't hear within your counterpart at top.
Yes.
And okay, we deal with Madam PPRO. Madam, good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to iGate Radio.
Okay, sir.
I believe say you don't dey follow us on top of the program somehow. People's Parliament, as we dey talk about the matter of Tiff Tiff, we don't increase for our area of Makurdi. So, Madam PPRO, in case for those who they listen, this na our country sister Sewes and then will be the first PPRO, that's Police Public Relations Officer of Benue State Command of Nigeria Police Force. Madam, I beg, we want confirm from una whether this report of burglaries in the recent months don't increase compared to this time last year.
Thank you for this opportunity to talk to Benue people. The issue of burglary, sometimes people they report, sometimes they know they report. But if they get season, where would they get that burglary? Where like during Christmas. But now, me I know if you say increase.
Because you don't get the report.
We don't get most of the report. Some divisions report. Some we no get report.
Meanwhile,
but most times from our own projection, now when we enter
Ember month,
that's in the come plenty.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
But the economic situation feel affect them.
Okay.
If you make people think say to go steal, now it go easy for them.
But meanwhile, government no go give you a free pass sake of say economy tough.
No, if we catch you, you go face them.
In fact, somebody say now when hunger day save now they beat thief pass.
That's true.
Madam PPRO, help us enlighten the public. Like you mentioned one thing now. They go thief person property. You know go report to police. For instance, example, we invite 4 victims of robbery incidents. We follow them up this morning now. None of them they here. To even come talk for radio, say they thief my property, see how they make me feel. They no agree talk. To go police go report, they no go report. What is the benefit of reporting incidents of crime?
Okay, you know, say if they no report issue, we no be magician, so we no go know say they happen. And so we no go know what to do about the matter. But when you report a case to police go ask you say how it take happen. When you explain how, we go tell you whether na even your pikin na even do am, or na your neighbor where we suspect, or somebody from far. All those things go help to prevent the thing from happening again. But if they steal for room 1, room 1 no talk, they go room 2. They steal room 2 no talk, they will go room 3. Before you know, other people go say, this community, they get money. Even if you go there, go see, they know they talk. So just make we gather ourselves, go there, begin the steal. That's why they take start small. They don't address them. They grow. So, and especially burglary issue. Now, neighborhood. Now, people within a community, they do that thing. Imagine say somebody come out from Boko Road. Congo behind modern market, go they steal. He go hard am now. You must get insider.
Even if you come from that place, internal informant could do.
You go there. So, but if you know the report where they know they investigate the matter, it go hard. So to report case good, first of all, police gonna say case they happen like this. Then we go advise you on what to do. We can also commence investigations. Sometimes we recover that kind of thing. It gets sometimes where they even go see where then they sell it.
Okay.
All the people where they call say that they say second hand. Some of them, some criminal people go hide there, say that they say second hand. Okay. So when that kind of thing happen, we go begin to check. If we see you with second hand, where we say we don't understand that, we go question you. So but if you know report, we will not go say continue say something they happen now.
You get one of my old uncle like that. Anything where you dash her, if you don't give her the city, no they collect.
No they collect.
The Baba no go agree.
Nah, or at least somebody must specify, say, true, this is your own for your house.
You get one day where we yab am say, be like say if you dey marry off in daughter, I go sign receipt to give the husband. Anyway, on a more serious note, some of the youth leaders where they here talk say one of the problems where they get be say if they carry thief or issue where they worry them? Which message you get for these people concerning this talk?
Okay. Most times that complaint they come to us too. But when we check them, we they discover say sometimes na for court that matter they happen, not be with police.
Okay.
Theft, offense of theft, they bailable for court. So when you carry suspect go court for theft, a judge be grant am bail, and we no go fit control that one. If na armed robbery, that one a different case.
Okay.
But if na theft, now that one na the way where the law be. So maybe now for us to begin to visit our laws to see how we go do it. If not be police, most times they release them.
Okay, so make the community understand. Say even police they work according by law.
By law.
No be as it be for mine, nine they work.
Nine they work.
This boy thief my thing, they allow him come out.
One time I was never beat am well.
Now no be pounding machine.
Yes, so.
Okay, PPRO, before
Yes.
we allow you go, we know say you day very busy. Thank you for these few minutes. But before we allow you go, many areas now they form their own neighborhood watch. Government even appoint youth leader, something we will learn on top of this program today. How all these local community efforts fit come together, work with NSCDC and the police?
The truth be say major work like this kind of work like burglary, all those work for neighborhood. Now those people they do and pass themselves.
Okay.
Those youth leaders, community leaders.
Now them they do the security work.
Now then they do that kind of work pass us. They come to us most times we don't reach armed robber. You don't reach those hardened ones. But for neighborhood like this, when the youth leader doing work well, put the youth together, form neighborhood watch, or whatever name they decide to call the thing. We go know say they alert. But we reduce, have to go reduce. So if then they do the work for neighborhood, the only thing we may advise them say make them work with DPO.
Okay, you make them work with DPO.
Yeah, so that DPO will tell them what in the law talk. We go catch you, go come be like say we fight our own.
So if then they form any security for any area, make them look for the police station where they nearest to them. Go introduce themselves.
Go introduce themselves. Maybe the elders go carry them, go meet the DPO, say, see the youth where they watch our neighborhood for us.
Okay.
Now the right thing to do be that. The time when me I did division, I dey get record. I go collect their passport, open what they call an album for them. Each person, I put your passport, put your phone number, put your area, put your position.
Okay.
So something really happen for your area, I could just carry phone, call you. What thing may happen? So we go work together and it go good. That's supposed to be. But make area boys just gather, begin to tax people, they collect their money, they smoke. That one no be neighborhood watch.
Okay. Thank you very much. You get any message we go give country people before you go?
Yes, so I want first of all make I thank Against Radio and everybody where they inside studio for this enlightenment.
Thank you, man.
Now opportunity, I don't many people make them understand what's in the happen and make them sit up well. I want Benue people say we are ready to work with the people. We are ready to work with Benue people. If you get problem, try and make a report to police station. And I believe so they will do and if they don't handle and the way you want, call us, reach headquarters. We go call DPO, ask and say why you do the person like that. So we are ready to work with them, make crime reduce for Benue.
All right. Any emergency lines where they feel call?
Yes, and they always give a emergency line when I talk. I think I call one for you now.
Okay.
Sorry, your second I will come out and now.
We deal with you. We deal patient.
Okay. 080
080
66
66
00
00
64
64
75.
75.
Again, another one again. 070
070
673
673
749
749
13.
13.
This number na Benue. These numbers na Benue control numbers.
Okay.
Anytime you get problem where you call them, anywhere for Benue, if they no fit reach there, they go redirect you. Their work na to direct you reach the right people.
Okay.
So the problem there Otukpo, you call them, then go direct you to Otukpo police.
Okay.
That is their work.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, madam.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, well. That's not the first PPRO for Benue Commando, Nigerian Police Force. She follow us talk. Dear youth leaders, Nahir and Vichy, since we dey discuss matter based on some issues where you raised when you talk the other time, you dey quiet, dey listen. Now when you don't hear all these things, before we go to another question, make I hear from you how you dey feel now about the work where you go do for this new GRA. You don't hear from Oga Echaleku and Antisewese and Nene.
As I hear from the security agencies themselves, I'm feeling a little bit relieved. So if they give us that kind of support that they are saying, at least we would think that working with them, our lives are not at danger and our families and properties will rest. I think we will not have much issues in our communities.
Okay. So at least we don't achieve one thing for this program today. Make we return to mobilization. Mobilization. I beg, you dey in charge of Makurdi for special groups mobilization. You hear the organ of your office go fit do going forward, considering all these suggestions and the new information where these two people don't drop for us. Because they mentioned some project, illegal levies, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
What will be the additional things where our office go plan for you to make sure, say, the Gary of Makurdi return back to informal glory?
First of all, I want to appreciate the management and leadership of this Agri Radio, and most especially the security personnel that are involved in this process. The truth of the matter is I'm highly impressed with a lot of contributions and suggestions that were made here. To my own opinion, I feel if the government should give out scholarship to these youth, it will enhance their academic pursuits for these youth to be trained in their communities. It will help to enhance the insecurity in our state and our communities. By so doing, I believe our youth will understand the negative aspect of this. But when we're talking, we forgot a very difficult and a very plain truth that was supposed to be told.
Okay.
Most of these youth who are engaged in these criminal and theft issues are drug barons. Most of them are drug addicts. So my advice to the youth out there is for them to shun all form of drug abuse and courtesan. If they should shun courtesan and drug abuse, it will enable our communities and our society to have a good security atmosphere for our youth. Majority of youths out there are mad, and most of these crimes, most of the mad people also contribute. So the security and the government should also, the psychiatric is meant for the mad people. So the rate at which the mad people are moving around the communities, the government should set an agency that will look over these mad people, so that by the time they are arrested on the streets, when you see them, they should be taken to the necessary information. At the end of the day, you hear that we have a stolen property in so dimensional area. So my advice to the government and to the youth out there is for them to shun all form of illegal activities in the state, most especially that of theft and criminality in the state. It will help us.
Clark Basti, I know you get some messages. Read them for us because the people they drop out. And if you want drop your own message as Banti, they read because I think saying the last time when we read message be this, except we get any ballistic powerfully message. The number is 091 26 999 404. That is 091 26 999 404. And if you comment on our Facebook, that is at Agate Radio TV, or I get TV on YouTube. We go read them for the program as well. But still over to you.
This one coming now. It's good morning, presenters, and everyone in the studio. My name is Uja Gabriel from Nyima. My own contribution is more or less like a question. When you catch a thief and those who vandalize and you hand them over to the police, instead of them to do the needful, then we pass behind and collect a bribe. As I speak to you, my Honda motorcycle, I reported the case to D Division and nothing was done about it until date. Rather, I was asked to pay money. So my own opinion is, why can't we catch a thief and do jungle justice on this person? Why take the matter forward? Not Bank One here are still living in fear. Courtesan and armed robbery is the talk of the day. We are calling on the government to focus attention to us. Thank you. And he say in name na Samuel O Jimmy. That one never finish your message or the fly in like a siren. Another one say, good morning, discussant. I am Austin Ame from High Level, Makurdi. They claim that Governor earlier has employed youth is not true. Only few at Benue State University Teaching Hospital early this year. Millions of Benue youth are waiting for the government to declare vacancies in the MDAs. Thank you, SARS.
Okay, now the message is where they be that.
No, so some still there.
Make I take this one from Facebook. Oburo Bemigo Peter talk say make I add this one. One of those theft being occurred not far. You know, saying don't talk before. Now that contributor where they send text message and WhatsApp as well. He say one of those theft occurred not far from Ankpakwatas. One young man being there inside ceiling for shop around the hours of 5 to 6 a.m. daily activities. He says story to cut the long story short, the young man they been beaten black and blue. He said this one happened last month. Carry on, Pastor.
And this one is coming from Swega Clifford. Still, if you catch around the state now, that is, if you look around, waiting me to talk with that around the state now, there are a lot of security agencies, e.g., hunters, livestock guard, community police barracks, and police stations all over etc. And there is the so-called security agencies are bad boys in the community. Frankly speaking, some of these boys use uniform and any opportunity to hurt the community. And another one still say hunger is one of the contributing factors of incessant stealing in the state, because some of these people are stealing food items. Hunger should be alleviated. This na mommy locals from Achusa.
Jen Alabi say on top Facebook, Jen Alabi, thank you. She say more grace to NSCDC. That one for them, Oga Ejaleku.
And another one say every community is aware of its bad boys and girls. It's our duty to bring them out and make them become better people. This is Angie Jr.
All right, you still get another one.
The last one.
Because I see you the screw. Like who they struggle to open Habakkuk for Bible.
And this one will say, good morning everyone in the studio. I am Mrs. Sese from Nyogyungu. As for Sese from there are days like that. And I want to see him as use this opportunity to see this issue. And me and the wife who told him that once he goes out and comes back in the evening, I have been seeing him and going up and doing everywhere around the feed. He is doing really good.
All right. Thank you very much, Clark of the house, Vance T. In fact, one flyover for you. Now, we don't come back. Our time don't they go. Now, to begin the arrange our kaya, full starch, full arm, iron arm, because the program like joke. Before you know, now time don't finish. I want to return back to our guy Ejaniku. You hear what thing Force PPRO talk. I know say you get some responses. And then you hear them for the text message again. You've been talking small. Say some people no understand, say security, no be having to bully people. Now, Madam First PPRO allude to that thing small. Say she been make sure say she get all their contacts. Not be everybody should go collect. Now even elders go lead the youth come to them before she go accept them. And you hear for that message, some people they feel say now even the bad boys they form the security. So how una they handle that kind of situation since una get this informal structure? Waiting go qualify anybody to be accepted by una if they want come under the guise of neighborhood watch?
In every neighborhood, the setup there, know who is bad, know who is good.
Okay.
So, as my sister, the PPRO talk, there are elders within every community. Bring these individuals forward.
So the youth, if you just carry themselves, they go to come meet una. They still need the elders.
Yes, because the elders are part of the structure in the community. So, collectively, when we have, oh, this person has certain level of integrity, this person is good, he should be co-opted into this. Because the system, the way where security agencies function, if something is happening in a community and you don't have trusted youth, who will report, who will give out information? There are some within the community who will even act as saboteur. We are dealing with a case in Gwe about issues of NNPC pipeline vandalism. In some of these areas, we have trusted youth already, but there are some there
that are saboteurs.
Who are saboteurs. So we are ensuring that we keep our intelligence far away from this individual. Then, NSCDC, we have a mechanism that protects our informant.
Okay.
In fact, we have what we call in our office the anonymous informant boss. You know, there's a problem. There are youth, as they are seated here. Some of them, they even fear to give out certain information about certain people within the community because they are scared security agencies will give them out. But for us, we have a system where you can drop the information without anybody knowing who has dropped the information.
Even the officials of NSC.
Get these things running. It's for the good of our communities. Any elder that is listening to me now, of those who you can vouch for, on our own, we will do certain level of intelligent gathering on them.
Mobilization in the era.
And we will cooperate with you to ensure that Benue is safe for everybody. Because it's only where it's safe that development can take place. Now, PPRO talked about theft. Most of these things happen within neighborhood. Because, as she said, you can't carry something, a television, maybe 50-inch television.
And be going about.
How you want waka from New GRA with a 50-inch television for your head for 3 a.m. in the night from here to Wadata, where nobody, no. So, deal with the bad boys within this neighborhood by volunteering information to security. The arrest we made, in fact, at 3 a.m. this morning, I was still talking with somebody somewhere because we needed to effect an arrest. So, once you take away these bad people, well, we have safe place. And security agencies will do the needful. Let me add flesh to what the PPRO have said concerning the issue of you arrest somebody, the next day you see the person. Our laws need to be looked at again. The laws, the judicial. Now, there are certain cases we even take to court. It tarries over time. They say justice delayed is justice denied. There are cases we've been following in court that we tarry. So, we need to look at our laws again. Certain cases, we need to, just as the EFCC is calling now for the creation of special courts, there are things, judicial system, let's do certain things that will hasten the processes of justice to bring people to justice. And let penalties be stiffer. Let it be stronger. Tighten up certain things. Let punitive measures be given out so that we will get over. Because every security agency is governed by laws. You work within the laws. For instance, you take a suspect, you arrest a suspect. You are expected to keep that suspect within 24 hours, depending on the level of crime. Now, if you want to keep the suspect beyond 24 hours, you need to secure an order from court. Sometimes this order don't speedily come. So we are constrained too. So people listening to me, youth leaders, when you see somebody you have reported to security agency, after 2-3 days within your neighborhood, don't completely conclude, oh, security, they don't collect money now, so the person don't come. No, the case is not always like that. We will charge to court. Now, it's within the jurisdiction of the court to use her discretion to grant bail. And some of these cases are bailable offenses.
Like the Madam PPR.
Yes, issues of theft, issues of burglary. These are bailable offenses. And that somebody will be bailed.
Okay.
Even there's, I think Federal High Court are on holiday now. For us, as Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the of critical national asset,
yes,
it's better we file in Federal High Court because there stiffer judgment will be given. More jail term will be given out to the suspect. Now, we have the courts on holiday now.
Anyway, the crime
Yes.
allegedly,
Yes.
the person still has rights.
Yes, the person still have right until proven guilty by a competent court of jurisdiction. So these are the issues within the process. So we must look at those things, strengthen our laws where need to be strengthened.
So they try to tell the youth leaders,
Yes.
maybe they don't think, say, if they release
yes,
somebody,
it's not completely. Yes.
they operate within them.
Yes. Then let me respond to one of the text message. The person said, even there are security agencies, their boys, the personnel form part of the crime. Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, we never shield any of our personnel
Any
involved
bad
in.
eggs.
Yes. So promptly report. We have internal processes of disciplinary procedures. In fact, every personnel, we have what is called code of conduct for personnel. And the code of conduct is explicit on the discipline, on the professionalism of officers. So once we have these individuals go overbearing, the law, the internal processes of the court will bring them to justice. So we always do that thing. Please, anybody listening to me, please do the needful to always report these incidences of personnel. We cannot. Nigeria is not. We are not going back to the state of nature. The name civil in the acronym, we understand why civil is there. We must be civil, and we'll continue to do that as God will continue to help us.
You say they should report. You now get emergency line where you fit to give.
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, at 3 a.m. this morning, I told you I got a call.
Okay.
And this call, these lines are available 24 hours for individuals to call. Let me take one of the lines. 070
070
3400 465. Let me take it again. 070 346 00 465. That's one of the line. The second line is 080 655 10540. 24 hours. If you call to report issues of the breach of security within your neighborhood, you get responses from these lines at all times. And NSCDC also have structures across the state, just like the police force. We have divisional structures across Benue State. We encourage people to engage our divisional officers where necessary, especially as it had to do with issues of critical national assets, things like transformer, power installation within neighborhood, rail lines, NNPC pipelines. Please volunteer information so that we can respond to those things. One of the things that can lead to breach of security is when certain critical national assets within your domain is being tampered with. For instance, if you throw the whole of New GRA into darkness, if you take the transformer, that can cost lawlessness here. So, protect this thing with your energy. Neighborhood security, watch over these things. Let's collectively provide security for these things and ensure that while we do these things, we will enhance security. We will enhance security. But most especially, neighborhood security. These young men need to keep working with security agencies. As we always emphasize, security agencies are not enemies of the society. We are available to provide that safety that everybody needs to carry out their lawful engagement.
All right. Basti, any more messages? Abi, make we just continue because our time don't even finish. Any more message inside your basket? You still listen to People's Parliament and our time don't waka, no be small. I remember yours very faithfully, Emmanuel, on the taking me it yeah. Now, because of say we still get few minutes, make we hear from, okay, Basti, I beg read the messages because now the thing we country people want talk be that. The clerk of the house, over to you.
And this one read, good morning, presenters. I am Ubele Ushahamba from welfare quarters. I am calling on government to be sending security men in our area. Bad boys, they did too much. And another one say, good morning, I get ready. Thank you for the work you do. I really appreciate the youth leader of Feed the Council Ward. He is really doing well. I pray more grace and strength upon him. Wando Sejime from Banada Quarters.
Okay, Banada Quarters all the way to Fidi. Youth leader Fidi, you don't go international. And the only message will they be that? Okay, all right. You get one contributor will just enter here now. He nickname na Shortman, but make introduction himself properly. Shortman, you still there? Take your microphone. Talk small, make them hear. He been go somewhere, go do another work where they related to the team where they talk here. But he say he must join us of
under Ali
government, direct and straight.
What I would tell government is to at least create job opportunities for youth and then make programs that youth will be engaged, so that will be like the other message that one of your colleagues read, tailoring furniture, that is in carpentry aspect, for them
so all
to
this
engage,
handwork.
for them to engage in something doing.
Okay.
So that if you woke up, you will at least engage yourself in something.
Okay.
It will be better, and then the crime will reduce.
Okay. All right. Anemba, what do you think say government go do now?
Like I earlier said, the government has to make haste on its empowerment packages that has been programmed for the youth of Benue State.
Okay. So they make the packages begin come out now.
Exactly.
Okay. Make it become priority.
Exactly.
Shortman, you just enter about 1 minute or less. Waiting, if you get access now to sit down with maybe governor and the commissioners for state executive council meeting, they say, oh yeah, Shortman, what the youth need now so that problem no go there. Waiting you go talk. Or make we, in fact, we just talk youth to make it no be even old people they thief for. But waiting we need now to reduce the crime. No limit on to youth.
Thank you, sir. Normally, youth issues know them much. Yes.
So the thing where they go do for youth, where they go count down, know them much.
Yes. Because youth need who know their policy, who know to handle them.
Okay.
Yes. So youth never get actually leader that can hold youth
For the state.
for the state.
Okay.
And he gave with some of the youth they do a serious mistake. Today, if somebody call you to go and cause problems somewhere. Nobody can pay you. You know, help youth.
Okay.
We need coordination.
Okay. So
Yes.
make youth know they allow themselves. Maybe they use
Yes,
them.
no think whatever you are going to cause a problem.
And for you now, make
They are
government
going to pay
appoint,
you.
make government give youth better leadership.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So that our time don't finish. Make we hear from mobilization. Mobilization, less than 1 minute.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. I just want to tell the youth out there to shun courtesan.
Mr. Governor.
Yes. Yes.
Organ mobilization.
Okay.
You did before governor now.
Yes.
You are not speaking as an appointee. You dey speak now. Say, me, I be youth. I be member of the public.
Yes.
And this one are the one where they my chest, Oga Governor. If I want advise you, say, see what you go do to help us regulate crime for Makurdi. Now, what you go do be this? What you go tell us?
First, I will ask the governor and plead with him to encourage youth participation in government. The youth should also be given rules. Most of the youth who have aspired for positions like councillorship and government, local government chairmanship should be given opportunities to lead. Because when you build the youth, you have built the nation. When you destroy the youth, you have destroyed the nation. Most importantly, if the governor can, in a way, provide a means of transportation for the youth wing, because we, the youths in Benue State, we need means of transportation to be able to meet up with other youth programs in other states to encourage that youth connectivity in our state.
All right. So that we no go be like say we dey bias. Our country sister dey here since. We no give am your microphone. But they no come talk say we just can't do men's fellowship for here. Country sister, help us talk for your own. You know, say you be civil servant, you no go fit talk to governor. But for your mind, wetin you think say suppose happen to solve this crime problem sharp. Our time don't finish, but make you talk your own.
My own advice is say make government empower youth so that they will also look into the aspect of stealing, because I believe idleness is causing a lot of things in this nation. If government fit empower them and make youth know say they get hand, they get leg, they fit do one or two things so that the country go better.
All right. Now, okay, Jaliku, you go round them up. 30 seconds.
I want to appreciate Agate Radio for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is pledging our partnership with Agate Radio. We'll continue to do that so that we can get to fight crime and criminality within Benue State. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Now, any day we would end our radio, our People's Parliament, would end them with the motions where we move and we go resolve them. One of the motions where we move today be say we go, all of us go begin to share this emergency numbers. This one a police emergency number. Now, if you dey listen, make you write them down. For any part of the state at all, 080 66 00 6475. That is 080 66 00 6475. Plus inclusion 070 67 37 4913. That is 070 67 37 4913. For NSCDC emergency lines, where you fit drop information, now 070 34 600 465. That is 070 34 600 465. Or 080 655 10540. 080 655 10540. Those are the emergency lines for Nigerian Police Force and Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC. One of the resolutions we will reach here again be say, make we they get better coordination between all the people where they involved in security and the various neighborhood watches. Office of Special Groups Mobilization. One of the things where we get here be say that office make them try near the Nigerian Police Force and the Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps so that they go into don't come all the various government approved youth leaders. Another thing we will talk here be say government skill acquisition, make them step and down to the grassroots sharp, so that many of our youth go get skill, they go get certificate and certificate. No be so? Another correspondent talk say, make we allow youth, make them they part of governance, make them a contest and win election. And final, another correspondent bring resolution say, so far this state no get the Bangba youth leader we go hold youth well and make sure say their cry reach Mr. Governor here. As they talk for National Assembly, this one a Radio Assembly. The A's have it, even though we don't hear from the Nays. Thank you very much, everybody who participate on this program today. My clerk, na Barnabas Seneke, I want to salute all of now we come, the youth leader of Fidi, in the person of Comrade Anemba. And don't forget the operations director of New GRA, in the person of Vichy Tekuma Ephraim. How about the Makurdi Youth Mobilizer on Special Groups and Mobilization of Benue State, Honorable Akpo and Joseph Tekula. I no go forget the country sister will come from Nigeria Civil Defense Corps and Haoga, the Superintendent Corps, Ejeliku Anebi Michael, will be Command Public Relations Officer, Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Benue State Command. Plus inclusion, Shortman will join us later. And of course, the first PPRO of Benue State, Sewezi, and then plus inclusion all of them will listen for house. I remain yours sincerely faithfully, Emmanuel Ondugu Tiavia. Till the next week when we treat another matter. Bye-bye.